people were on the Eric Woree thing. Hey, Brady was.
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
Watch that. I've got to make a phone call, so I'll be back.
Okay, I'm gonna go over that video you sent. Not the video, but the plan. Dee, were you on Eric Worree's stuff at all?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
So you watched that? You watched that last night?
I watched it. Yeah, I screen captured the slides.
Right.
So I'm going to go over and do a 10-minute overview of the whole thing, and then we can talk about it, and we can kind of.
I'm meeting with Mark later today, and we're going to start discussing this.
Okay, cool.
See what type of plan we're going to work in for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Because I think January 3rd is a good launch, but we'll do the prep as we can go over today.
That's where January 3rd is probably where everybody's going to launch that was in GoPro.
Right. That's 60,000 people. Yeah. You'll see a lot of movement with that many.
Is that a program that this Eric Worre?
Anyway, I have to make a call. I'll be back.
Yeah, go ahead. What's that, Potato?
Is that a program that Eric Worre recommends that we're talking about? Does 90 days?
No, it's just a, well, he recommends doing his one-on-one coaching with it, but we could do our own one-on-one coaching. But let me share my screen. Hey, Margaret. I don't think I need to share sound. Share. Okay, so you can see that screen, right?
There it says
Yes.
90-day run, so powerful.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So this is just screenshots from the video that Brady posted on his private link, because it's private stuff that people paid for. But we can go over it, and let's just do I'll just run through it all first in 5 or 10 minutes, and then we can discuss it. But I've known from the past experience that to kickstart any business, if you focus for 90 days on it and put a plan together and commit to it and make it happen, then it's going to happen, and it happens a lot faster than if you don't make a plan. So that's what the idea is behind the 90-day run, or a 90-day blitz, or a 90-day challenge, or whatever you want to call it. But it's committing yourself for 90 days. So there's all these slides on the whole format and the system to it. But the basic idea is you decide when you're going to start, how much time you're going to put into it. Like Eric talks about when he got his career started, he put 16 hours a day into it for 90 days. Now, not everyone can do that. So you got to decide, can you put in an hour a day? Can you put in 6 hours a day? Can you put in 8 hours a day? And then just commit to it. So that's the whole idea. So the reason why it's so powerful is, one, you've got the speed happening, like everything's happening daily, things are going on. And it's an accelerated burst. So you don't have to, you've got this, you've got this focus for 90 days that that it's going to be, it's going to be only for 90 days, and you're building velocity, momentum, and it's actually easier than going slow. He talked about that if you're talking to one person a week, you're getting all worried about this one person. They're going to say yes, they're going to say no. But if you're talking to 25 people a day and one says no, it's like, okay, I don't have time for you. Let's get on to the next person. You don't really care what, not so worried about what they're going to say. It just makes it easier. And then intensity, if people know you're running with this intensity, they're going to be attracted to that. It creates excitement. It creates results. So there is measurable results. Everyone in the workshop, and I suggest, because you'll share that link, Brady, with our team. Everyone can go and watch it. It's like an hour and a half long or something. Where this came from. And there's a lot of people in that video that talked about their 90-day plan and how they went from $0 to $50,000 in 1 month, and all this kind of stuff that's very, very motivating and inspirational. And so this can build stories too of this whole 90-day run. So that's why it's powerful. Let me figure out how to. Oh, I'm sharing the screen. How can I go through this? The slides.
There should be a clicker on the right or left. If you could move your mouse over, maybe.
Yeah, like I'm sharing full screen.
Is it PowerPoint or what?
You
No,
should
it's
be able to
just,
minimize your Zoom screen and bring up your Google and, or whatever you've got that slide on.
okay, let me look. I didn't plan on that. Yeah, I don't see it. So I've got full screen here. How do I get to smaller screen, not full screen?
Click on
You've
the,
got to actually go to the screen that you're sharing.
Okay, so let me hit X here. Oh, that's not
If you
even-
don't stop share, it's going to continue doing this.
Okay,
We'll still see it.
yeah, let's stop
Minimize your, there you go. Okay. Or you can do it that way. Turn it off, go to your next slide.
share, and then share, but not the full screen. Yeah, because, okay, hold on. So let me,
That's all right. Just change your screen, go back to the share.
okay, there, okay. Now I think I might be able to change it now. Share, okay, so now you can see the 5 stages.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, 5 stages is you're making a decision to do it, then you're prepping. That's why you don't want to start tomorrow. There's a bunch of prep to get ready for it. And so that's the pre 90 days. You've got to decide how many days it's going to take to get that preparation done. And then you're going hard for 90 days every day that you committed to. And Eric, I actually suggest 6 days a week. I like that idea, to give your brain a break for one day at least a week, and you go and do stuff that you need to do. But otherwise, you've committed to your hour a day or 8 hours a day or 16 hours a day, whatever you committed to. And then the post 90 days is because you can't just stop and relax and take it easy after your 90 days are done, or everything's going to fall apart. So you have to have a little bit of time to take a break, but then your momentum is still building with everybody you just talked to and brought in the last 90 days. So that's important. Okay, this is working now. Cool. So so you need to design your game plan, which is what we can do together, right? Oh, and everybody will be different, but we just what are we going to do in those 90 days? It's all money making activities, but what are we going to do? What are we going to send people? Are we going to bring them to meetings? And he talks about getting rid of all the other distractions. I think this morning call in the mornings, it's important for me, so I will continue to do it every day, and then get my money making activities started right after the call. So you could work before the call and then after the call, depending on the time zone or whatever. But so designing the game plan, and then pick your theme. He's talking about what are you trying to achieve? Are you just trying to achieve growth? Do you want to set a goal for a rank advancement? Do you just want to requalify for a rank that you lost? Do you just want to stop crawling along and then really start going, which is I think where I'm at, number 4, or do you? There's a lot of people that have done 3 or 4 90-day plans in their career, in their 10-year career. They just, when they see an opportunity to start something new and jumpstart it, they do another 90-day plan. So that's what Do It Again is. And then create your 90-day story, your why, basically. Why are you doing it? What are you expecting? How will other people benefit from it? What kind of people are you looking for in those 90 days? We're looking for customers. We're looking for just people that are also going to jump on board with us. And what's the strategy? Just talking about, we can come up with a plan. And what kind of support are you going to offer for others? Because if you're running, you really have to be focused on doing the activities you said you were going to do, and not spending your time supporting other people. So you got to put that off for the 90 days. And then he's talking about eliminating all distractions. We were talking about this yesterday, right, Brady?
Yep.
Paying someone else to do your laundry. Don't be answering emails. Don't be on social media. If you're not married, you're just dating, forget it. I don't have time for dating. Your cell phone distraction, watching sporting events, watching television, going to parties is out. Cooking is out. He talked about what was it, Dine and Dash or whatever, ordering in food, and even taking out time to go and buy groceries is taking time out of you. You know, I think he's more talking about committing to a 16-hour a day. You don't have time for anything else. You just, and a lot of people have done that, that were in the group there, 16 hours straight. No time for hobbies and no time for old people in your group that need attention. Like, you know, what about this? What about that? We're working on this 90 days or we're not. So that's important.
Well, I'll have to, it's gonna be interesting to watch that video.
Yeah.
Because he expounds on all that stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I lost my thing again. Sorry. No, it wasn't you. I can't go to the next one. Let me try that one more time. Distractions, stop sharing. There's probably an easier way to do this. Okay. Sorry about that. Now this one froze too. Go back to where. These are all just photos from the screenshot. From the video, from the okay, so keep theme. My distractions. Oh, okay. 1 sec. Huh. Okay. I'll see, these are there. Okay, hold on. Yeah, they are there. I thought they weren't there. Okay. I guess I should have tested this first. Okay. So, share screen again here. Okay, you can see that now, preparation. Okay,
Yes.
so, yeah.
Personal commitment.
Yeah, so yeah, committing to it yourself. You're gonna do this, whether it's 1 hour a day for 90 days or whether it's more, and decide what you can really do. Schedule it and sacrifice those 90 days. He keeps talking about sacrifices 90 days for a lifetime worth of results, you know, that your life has changed because of those 90 days. And everyone says that their life has changed because of those 90 days they committed to. So everything is sacrificed for that. And then negotiating with family is really a negotiation to get your family on board with what you're doing and behind you on it. And maybe negotiating, he's talking about like offering to take your kids to Disneyland if they commit to letting you do this for 90 days or whatever, just something that's going to let them be on board with you, right?
Reward. Yeah.
Yeah, reward and like kind of a negotiation, like, you know, I'm going to not be able to do a lot of work, other work outside this for the next 90 days, but commit to doing this. And he kind of gives the example of I've been working this business for 5 years and nothing's happened. Give me 90 days to focus on it, and then you know, and then I won't do it again if you know we're not making money or there's no results from it. So it has to be an unshakable commitment. And then again, picking the launch date. I'm still having trouble with this, going through these photos here. I guess the main way was be putting it into a PowerPoint, right? So maybe I don't need to share the screen. Okay. It locks up after one slide now. Okay, I'm just going to read it on my phone. So let's bring the meeting back. You can see that. So then there's a pre-launch. Is it backwards? Yeah, it's backwards. Pre-launch is recruiting your inner circle, like telling everybody that you what you've got planned for 90 days, say starting in January, and kind of with the idea, okay, I'm going to really do this. I'm going to do this focus thing for 90 days. Do you want to jump on board before I start? You know, kind of that idea. It's a secret thing to get. Calls it the whisper campaign. Hey, I got this secret thing I'm trying to do. You want to jump on board? So you can warm them up in your pre-launch so that they're ready to go in your launch. So you're warming up all your contacts, and you're sharing your vision. And then there's the launch.
Oh, excuse me.
Which is all out massive action, the time commitment you committed to. And focus on recruiting and focus exclusively on income producing activities. So every hour that you committed to is focused on nothing but income producing activities. And we could go over those as time goes in on what those are, but it's basically, if you're not talking to someone and following up, then it's not an income producing activity, right? So that's key. And then here's what he talks about for the income producing activities. It's making connections, contacts, making appointments, doing presentations, following up, doing Zoom meetings, blitz days, not sure what that means, sizzle calls, I'm not sure what that is actually, and being social and three-way messaging and three-way calls. These are all money-making activities. And then the launch goes over that, which is all out massive action, the time commitment. Yeah, this is part of the launch. So you're doing, the other one was the what the income producing activities are, and this is what the launch is. All out massive action, time commitment, focus on recruiting, focus exclusively on income producing activities. That's those activities. Then it's about time management, emotional management, being able to handle this emotionally. He said there's going to be 5 or 15 or 20 times you're ready to quit and then forget it. I'm done. After the first, one guy said it was 15 times in the first day he was ready to quit. But then they all say like life changed because of it, you know, and I don't know where I'd be if I didn't do it. And so happy. So there's all that emotional management for sure. Distraction management, distractions constantly come up, like, here, let's do this, let's do that, I need you for this. One of the ladies was talking about her mother phone, and her daughter said, you got to get on the phone with mom. And she said, if she's not dying, I'll have to call her in 90 days. So that's a bit extreme, but that gets to the point. And continuing your personal recruiting until the team that you're building just, demands your time. Like, I need help getting something started or whatever. And then duplicate that. So, and that's it. That's the last little bit is the launch. So.
And that's it. It sounds so easy.
Yeah, that's it. And that was what time is it? That was 15 minutes. So.
Let me ask you, Brady, does part of that program with him, he goes over that in pretty good detail in the beginning of the meeting?
Yeah.
He in that video, he goes over the framework, but not the specifics, exactly what to say, how to do. That's really up to the individual marketer, where you are basically, if you don't know how, you're gonna just do the action and learn it as you go and fine tune what you're saying You know, a lot of times you're going to say the wrong thing, or people are going to go click, hang up on you, or get out of here, or say no, until you know exactly how to present this to somebody or where to take them to. So it's really a way to place you in action, get you out of your comfort zone, and do the steps, the actionable steps that have to be done.
Well, my question was more specifically, when he started this weekend training,
Yeah.
that was part of the opening ceremonies, opening agenda, was it?
No, not the 90-day run. No. When you go to a GoPro or any large event, it's a lot. I don't want to say hype, but with Eric Woree, if you understand that he is the world-class network marketer, he knows how to present and answer questions in a way that you cannot beat the objection. I mean, and you can beat the objection from people on any topic. And he does it so cool, calm, and collectively. So once you go through every person, every speaker, by the time they get to the 90-day, you're already understanding that you have to make the commitment, the personal commitment of why are you in this business? Not LifeWave, but why are you in network marketing? Number one. And if you're in it to use the product, more power to you. We all need product users. But if you're in this business, network marketing, to earn an income, there are steps that you have to take. Now, when you want personal coaching by Eric Woree, he's got the accelerator program. It costs $10,000 for the year. That is personal coaching through video, but one time a month with speakers like Tony Robbins, that's going to come in on the virtual meeting and show individual, this is how you do it. And Eric will come in and show you, this is how you do it. And you get all the PDFs and all the videos and all that with it. But when you're looking at a marketer like that, yeah, he can show you how to do it. For all of us, I've got it in my mind that I want to do this. I'm doing this for a reason. My reason, my why is different than yours. It's different than Rod's. It would be different than Tamara's. But when you reach deep down inside and understand why you want to do this, you will make the personal commitment to do it. A lot of mentors or people you listen to will say, just keep doing it. Just keep going. You know, even if you're a turtle, turtles win the race. Turtles will starve to death before they ever win a freaking race, period. I've been a turtle for 5 years. I've been in training mode, training. That's technical training. I personally, and probably you, Potato, and Margaret, we're older. We've got the communication skills. We just have to revert back to our younger days and say, hey, I've been the ups and downs, what not to say to somebody to have them say, no, get out of here. You know, you're just scamming me. We know how to talk to people. The big barrier for us is social media. I can talk to anybody. I can meet anybody on the street and hold a conversation with them. But when it comes to social media and meeting somebody, for me, it's kind of a roadblock, and it shouldn't be, because you're going to say the same thing on social media as you would on the street. Hey, neighbor, how you doing? How's your day going? Simple to open the conversation. It doesn't have to be business. Although when you're going into the 90-day run, it's, hey, neighbor, how you doing? I understand that you have some arthritis in your hands. I've got something that can help you out. You want to come to my presentation on Tuesday night? Leave it at that.
When you talk about the turtle and the rabbit, when I did that 100-mile race in 2015, I had 5 competitors. There's 190 people in the race, but 5 of them in particular were people who had won the ride before or come close to it. And one of them was a girl that the Arabs searched for the best rider they could find. And then they leased the horse that won the ride the year before. And those 5 people were my competitors. And they passed me several times during the day, during the race. and I just kept at my pace. I trotted 95 miles and they would pass me at a gallop. And then pretty soon at a trot, I would pass them again. And I won by a half an hour ahead of the second person because I just kept my pace. And then the last one, the girl she caught up me after the river crossing. She said, "Can I get around?" I said, "Sure, go ahead. Let me wait till I find a spot. The trail is wide enough." And I found it and I let her take off, and she took off at a gallop. And I still ended up winning the race because it was just the turtle and the rabbit for sure. It was fun.
Well, turtles can win the race, but the point behind the speed, when you say success loves speed,
Yeah, you gotta be consistent.
we're talking about a business opportunity and making a life-changing income for yourself. We're not talking about racing an animal. I mean,
it's the mindset. It's the mindset.
It is in your mindset, and you decide that this is what you want to do to change your life. Some people may say, if I could reach the rank of manager with 4 people, if it took me 3 months, that's better than taking 3 years. Do it in your 3 months. But if you want to make life-changing decisions, you'll go through X number of people per day for 90 days in the time allotted, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 16 hours. It doesn't matter how many hours you put in, as long as you're taking the actionable steps for the 90 days to plant the seeds, get them in, close them, and get them joined into the excitement of the 90-day. They may come in week 2 and get caught up in it, and they start bringing people in and say, "Yeah, this is great." And then you got to understand, we're not doing this for Mark. We're doing this for our individual selves. We are the CEO of our own company. Period.
I did that once, but I didn't do it 90 days. I actually took 180. And after that, it was a piece of cake. And the reason I did it, I didn't even think about the process. I was just dedicated to what I was doing. And in 6 months, I got to levels that were unheard of.
You have to be consistent. But you have to know why you want to do it. A lot of people,
all the people in my organization start following my lead.
Right.
And that's what happens. They start seeing you have success. It's just like your family members that right now, and I've got them and you have them, that say, network marketing, MLM, come back when you're making money and I'll think about it. Hey, bud, I don't have time for you. And even when I do start making the money, you're going to want to join in. You're not going to understand it. You've already got the mindset. You're just not going to understand it anyway. Either you understand the power behind this or you don't. And you can't waste your time with the people that don't get it.
Yeah. And Eric Woree really goes over that well too. He goes over it well and why this business. And I believe him when he says that. You know, it's not perfect. He says that all the time. It's not perfect, but it's the best thing out there for the average person.
I sent you the link to the other video, the objection, the shootout.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Video. And it's excellent when you really listen to what he's saying, because these people are going to come to you with the same objections. And when you understand what to come back to them with, not mean and not spiteful, but just directly and calmly and say, look, I'm a professional. I can tell you I'm making money. Now, you don't have to come off like you're making $1 bazillion because you're not. But you can come off as saying, yes, I recruit people. People come into my team. And overall, our team, we've got over 300 people. There are people that are making money and understanding this. Leverage the power of the full team to start building your own team. We have all the tools in place. All you have to do is get these naysayers in. Then once they're in, get them involved, get them to get their first recruit in and make that $40. And they're going to say, holy crap, I can make money online. And once you know you can make money online, then you start all the learning process. I mean, sometimes I think I've forgotten more than most people are going to learn. And it's hard for me to revert back to get to the very, very basics of it, to show somebody. But we have those tools in the back office. Guide, point, direct. Get them in. Guide them to the love boat. point them to the videos, say, watch it, and when you're ready, come with us.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, get your product, use it, and know that it works. And when you're excited about that, you'll start sharing with people.
Yeah,
So,
people have to do their
You already
homework.
have that video, Don?
Yeah, Brady, I'll put the 2 links in the chat for the
You
video.
can just, they're set on unlisted, so I don't think it's going to be a problem at the
Yeah.
moment. But
Yeah.
I will certainly be sharing them tomorrow night. And then they did in the, when you sign up for the 2022, they give you the option to buy the replays at a discount price, $77. I bought the replays for 2021.
Oh, okay.
There's just no, you have to, at some point in time, when the 90 days is over, or when you have an hour here, hour there, watch some of these segments. They're mind-blowing.
Right.
When you understand that these people that are on that stage and they flat out tell you, look, I was just like you, whether it was a year ago or 10 years ago. One day I got tired of scrounging to find the money to pay my bills, feed my kids, go on that vacation. I decided I'm going to do this. But they made the decision to do it. And then they got wrapped up in the 90-day with somebody, a good mentor. They made some money and they said, shit, I can really make some money. Now, the really, really good ones, kaboom. You've got to understand that the quantum power of this is you bring it, if you happen to bring in the right person, somebody that happens to be a leader, a superstar online, has a big following, and they start telling people that one person can make you a freaking millionaire overnight.
Yeah, as you know, Potato, he's already done that. Yeah, for sure. And I some of the people on that on the hot seat, it was amazing that they couldn't even disclose how much money they're making because it was so much their company would allow them.
And get the money out of your mind, really. I mean, yes, it's nice to think about the grandeur of making a lot of money, but then again, what are you going to do with it when you get there? I've never been a millionaire. I've never had, well, there was time when I did have some money, but not an abundance of money that was like, I don't have to worry about a freaking thing the rest of my life. What would you do with it if you ever got to that point?
Yeah.
You know, like Mark, are you satisfied? No. Then you want to make more.
Right.
Personally, I don't have the next 10 years to become a millionaire, but I would like to earn enough money per month. My number is $25,000 a month. That's what I want to earn. And that is very, very attainable.
Right.
Piece of cake.
Yep.
I remember one weekend, actually for a whole week, I carried around a check made out to me, personally made out to my company for $1 million. It was my money.
And it takes money to make money.
And you didn't cash it, or?
Huh?
And you didn't, why didn't you put it in the bank?
It was a fun trip. That was just a deposit, a down payment rather.
Right. Okay, yeah, awesome.
You know, the other thing that you got to remember, besides getting all hyped about this 90-day, is that back in 2019, going in 2020, when COVID hit and everything changed, they gave some examples through this GoPro. And one of them that I had read about, but when he laid it out, it's like, wow. You got to remember when COVID hit and some businesses went, oh shit. Well, there was a restaurant, I think it was in New Jersey, a barbecue restaurant, that said, we've got to pivot now, today, or we're going to close up.
Yeah.
Another restaurant down the road, the guy, and you probably envision him sitting there going, shit, I can't open up. Nobody's going to be here. And then they folded because the guy went like that. The person down the street that pivoted, the barbecue shop, went out, built a little corral thing outside the building and made it a drive-through and took half the tables out of the building and separated everybody so people could still come in. And right now they've opened up dozens of restaurants around the East Coast, and they're thriving billionaires now because they made that pivot.
Yeah.
Now is the time to understand that people are at home, they're losing their jobs.
Yeah.
They need to find a way to make an income. They need to find a way to feel better about themselves, which the product does. And then they say, man, I can make money at this. There are millions of people that don't even realize that you can make money from a company starting at less than $200.
Well, it's kind of interesting. You say that on Highway 50, which is one of the main roads to Tahoe from Sacramento, there's a restaurant there near Apple Hill, and it's really incredible. And what he did when this pandemic hit and all these regulations, he told him where the monkey put the peanut, and he stayed open and he fought him. And I'll tell you, it's in first class, everything about it. And a lot of people went there because he had a big sign up, you don't need no stinking mask, come and eat, blah, blah, blah. He kind of expounded on his fighting the system. And he stayed open quite a while. He may still be open, but now he's got some big time government agencies after him. He's hurting.
Okay, we're out of time. Yeah.
Yep.
They're
Okay,
charging him a
cool.
lot of money.
Let's
Okay,
keep
we'll
on
be-
this. Keep on
We'll
this.
be discussing it tomorrow night for sure.
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Tonight's Monday. Yeah, tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that and making a plan
And tomorrow, start off with a good motivational video.
Okay, got it.